Hello everyone, welcome to today's Thursday Racing News, and we're really excited about Winx. We'll give you the latest on her shortly, but we can report that international jockey Jim Crowley will be on the way to Melbourne this weekend. That's right, he rides for Shadwell for the Maktoum family, and here he is in action winning a big race during the English summer. He's going to be riding Muntaha in the Melbourne Cup, but Jim Crowley arrives on Sunday. He'll be riding during the week, maybe even Bendigo on Wednesday, but also on Derby Day, Melbourne Cup Day, and a possibility of staying over to ride on Oaks Day at Flemington. He's pumped, as you can see there, but he's pumped to come to Melbourne, and as I say, taking rides for Shadwell next week in Victoria, and Muntaha a $15 chance in the Melbourne Cup. Talking of the Melbourne Cup, the news has come out today. La Trobe for Joseph O'Brien will not be lining up in the Melbourne Cup. They feel that the horse isn't ready to run 2 mile as a 4-year-old, so he's out of the market. The Lloyd Williams family have still got Yucatan in the race as the clear favourite. We can tell you that Zach Purton will take the ride on Finch. It sits number 26 in the order of entry, and Runaway, who won the Geelong Cup yesterday, sits now at number 28 in the order of entry with a penalty, and will now carry 52 kilos in the Melbourne Cup, but no La Trobe going to that race. Well, there's been a lot of talk this week regarding Winx from an English point of view, from a reporter, but everyone's in Australia is clearly supporting Winx. Sky Sports Radio took talkback this morning. All of the cause said, we want Winx to win a 4th race. Peter Tighe and the owners, well, they're trying to treat it just like another race.
It's happened, 28 times. There's been 28 build-ups in the past where, everybody was thinking something may go not to plan or may change. So we'll go into it with an open mind. I'm sure Huey's done his homework, as will Chris Waller. So, we've had to take on all comers all the way along. So it'll be just another race, and we'll be hoping for our share of luck so that we can, get the desired result.
Moonee Valley are planning to basically lock the gates once all the general admission tickets have gone through. A crowd of around 38,000 sold out there on Saturday at Moonee Valley. Kingswood Dream will line up against Winx in the big race on Saturday. Certainly out to redeem himself after knuckling very badly at the start in the Caulfield Cup. Has done beach work this week. The heel, which may have caused an issue out of the race, doesn't appear to be a problem this week. The beach work is being used to try and freshen it up, and the blinkers go on for the first time. Winx, the short price favourite. There is an all-out Winx market from the tab. We can tell you that Ben Bantle and Roster Provich are the ones that are being backed in that market without Winx in the Cox Plate. Well, the Fillies Classic is another significant race on Saturday at Moonee Valley, and Eldorado Dreaming is being aimed towards that race. The awkward little barrier draw, though. Earlier this week, at the back here, on closest to the grandstand, is Eldorado Dreaming from Moonee Valley on Sunday. She got around the camber really well, according to Chris Lee, so there's no issue there. Second favourite at $5. Barrier 10, Chris Lees has told me that they'll be riding her quietly in the Fillies Classic up against the Tasmanian Visitor, who is the favourite in Mystic Journey. But everything's on song with Eldorado Dreaming. Back to Randwick, that track has improved to a soft 7 with maybe only a mil or two before we get to the races on Saturday. The Tab Highway getting out in distance this week, and Athena's Choice, or Athena's Voice I should say, for Rod Northam, $8.50 at this stage, getting to a perfect distance and expecting with a lightweight to be right in the finish. And Peak Hill is another one, an outsider in the race, but has continued to make improvement each time it goes around. That's the Tab Highway, one of the highlight races at Randwick on Saturday. Lots of news outside all of that on social media, and today there's been the launch of Thoroughbred Industry Careers. This is where they're attempting to sell the product of thoroughbred racing to the younger people to become a member of our industry. So far, 75,000 people are working within Thoroughbred Industry. You can go to the page thoroughbredindustrycareers.com.au for more detail. That's for the racing news for this day. Can't wait for Saturday.